Hello, hello, it's Lara Joe, SirenSong lover.
Hello,
Hope you're.
hello, it's Lara Joe, SirenSong lover.
Hope you're having a beautiful morning, wherever you are, or day, evening, whatever time, whenever you catch me. Yeah, let's come on in. Let's talk about it. It is 11:11. Make a wish. And yesterday was 11:11. It was a very active day. It was a portal day, so there was lots of work to be done. If you want to know about portals, I am your girl. That is something I work with. That's something I do. I work with a lot of them. Kind of a portal maker and a portal breaker, depending on what the situation needs and what arises. Yeah. Let's see. I'm going to drop some info in the chat box and we'll get going. There's a lot to talk about today. Don't know how long I'll have today, and the only reason being is because I gotta do house cleaning. I kind of was like, I'm gonna get in while I have the inspiration, and while it's 11:11, I was actually up pretty freaking early this morning, which is cool, except for, it makes for a long day, because, yeah, not saying I was conscious very early. I actually had some work to do, and then I went right back to bed. That is the frustrating part, is like Spirit put on my heart to do work at like 6:50 this morning, and I was like, well, shit, I have to do it, and I couldn't fall back to sleep until I actually got that info, got that workout, and then I did get like a little bit of a nap, which had prophetic dreams in it. So, it's the way of the beast. But I was like, if I do not wake up and get this message out, I will not get rest, which was what happened, because I tried until I got all of the message out for work that I needed to do at 7 in the morning, and then I finally got to go back to sleep for a little bit. So, yeah. Hopefully that all makes sense. Anywho, it's been energetically kind of a fucking dumpster fire, not just for me, kind of for everybody, I feel. I don't know. Or maybe not for everybody. Maybe it is just for me. Who knows? Yeah. Hello, Zen Arcana Tarot. How are you? If you hear my stomach growl, it's because I'm hungry. And I've been up for a hot minute this morning. What are you getting up into wherever you are? All right. It's a beautiful morning. If you want, I can sing to you, but that's never, I don't know. I like to sing. I didn't say it was good, but I like to sing. It's karaoke at its finest. You can tell I'm feeling good if I'm singing, or if I'm super stressed out and I crack, then I start singing too. So, never know exactly which you're gonna get. Yeah. So I am Lara Joe, SirenSong lover. If you've never been by my channel, I do a little bit of everything here. I do tarot, I do oracle, sound therapy, Reiki therapy, PTSD, deep trauma healing. I speak a lot on kind of how life and spirituality are interconnected. And yeah. Okay. Well, that was a lot of chitty chat. You also get ASMR when you come by, whether you want it or not. Anywho. Okay. I'm going to start with the This May Hurt Tarot. And I want to grab the Lover's Oracle as well. I don't know why they're both calling at the exact same moment. So, on the bottom of the deck is 7 of Swords. So, we'll start with that. We have deception, mind games, people being not so cool. So, let's see what we need to know. Anyhow, let's change our dynamics a little. All right. Oh, okay. It's not food, Badger. I know you want it to be, sir. Okay. So 7 of Swords, we'll start there. And then let's see what else we need. 5 of Swords, it has to change. 7 is like too many options, too much deception. There's swords coming from everywhere. 5 of Swords needing to change. 5 is always about changing the dynamics. So on the bottom of the deck there was Queen of Swords, which is definitely me. Yours truly. A beautiful Queen of Swords. Beautiful, intelligent, deadly. I'll fuck you up if you do me wrong. Okay. 9 of Wands. Time to put down those passions. Time to put down those burdens. That's the closing of the cycle. We've been playing with fire too much. On the bottom there, Death. And death is not meant to be scary. It's like, hey, it's time for a change. We need to change the dynamics. So that is where it comes. Death is heavy Scorpio energy. We are transforming. We are rebuilding. It is necessary after all of that pain, all that deception, not knowing who's a friend and who's a foe. Let's see what else just dropped. Ooh, Page of Pentacles. So we have to go back and look at those childhood patterns of how we view money. Are we in a lack mindset? Are we holding on to things that are no longer for us? Page of Pentacles could be Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, like a young one, or that could be you, or that could just be your views on foundation and, like I say, money. Okay, so 3 of Wands. This is, for me, we're dealing, it was 3 of Swords in the upright. So we've got, again, deceptions, third parties, betrayals, 3 of Wands. It's been affecting our foundation, how we want to move about in the world, and it's time to let that go. Let's see. Okay. 3 of Cups. Yes, people have been playing with our emotions. They thought it was fun to play with us, and that's a no-go. So, let us see. Let us see. Seven of Swords. So it came back out. 7 of Swords. We've been dealing with the betrayals, the heartbreaks, too many people from too many directions. Let's not. Okay, so I'm going to switch over to the Lovers Oracle real quick. Love this deck. I love hearts, so anything hearts is typically like, I love it. All right, so on the bottom of this deck is manifesting miracles. Your dream is soon to become reality. Trust your heart and continue to follow its guidance. Keep pushing through. Keep pushing for what you want, love, need, and desire. Here's what I learned. Everybody's out for themselves, so you have to make your dreams come true. No one else will do it for you. So if you want something, you must be brave enough and willing to put in the work. You ask for help along the way when you need to. And you know what? If everyone around you feels like they're being deceptive and lying, ask help from your spirit team and guidance from your angels. Or in my case, I have 6 fluffy animals. Sometimes I ask for their guidance. Like, it's, when humans aren't necessarily your friends, like, who do you find that helps you learn about love and guidance and spirituality? So, I learned about love late in life. I mean, like, I've always loved and I've always had a heart of love, but love came from watching my dog. It was like the simplest things made him happy, and if I could do a simple thing to make him happy, like, that truly shows love. And then when I adopted cats, mind you, my cat is trying to assist me right now, which is annoying because he's less than helpful. He's kind of a teenager cat. Cats, it was like you learn how to love with boundaries. Like, so dogs teach us about unconditional love and loyalty, and cats teach us about how to protect yourself. They also teach us how to be smart yet push the boundaries. They teach us about risk taking. They teach us about, again, keeping boundaries because they use their claws when you upset them. And also with cats, it's like when a cat doesn't like someone, it says a lot about that. And when someone doesn't like a cat, it says a lot about them. And the reason being is, like, cats don't like people that cross their boundaries, and they'll make that obvious. And people that don't know how to follow healthy boundaries, like people that overstep their way with cats, and cats don't go for that. No. Don't make decisions based on guilt or what you think you should do. For it is only being true to yourself that you can be true to others. Okay, let's read that again. Trying to make sure he didn't run off with something. He likes to run off with things and take them to his girlfriend. So, God love the cat that's like a little thief. And like I say, he takes his presents that he steals off my tarot tray to go to his girlfriend. So don't make decisions based on guilt or what you think you should do. For it's only being true to yourself that you can be true to others. You have to guard your heart. Make sure you're making yourself happy first. It's kind of like the whole concept of put your oxygen mask on before you help someone else, because if you're incapacitated, you can't help others. So don't let people guilt you. I've become the queen at saying no to people. People try to guilt me, and I'm like, no, man, they weren't respecting my boundaries. They weren't being nice to me. I don't have to play with people that don't play nice with me. So don't let guilt override you and make you do things that you don't want to do. So easy for me to say, right? It wasn't. I was a people pleaser extraordinaire. I took care of everyone else. So for me to finally start saying no to people was a huge shock to everyone. And yeah, it was painful. It was lonely. It was hard. But I was like, no, you all are being deceptive and sneaky and lying. And why would I want to play with people that hurt me? Okay, so this is... Let there be closeness between you, but always give each other space. Love never claims, it simply allows and gives. Let's tie that into the cat lesson, because it's like cats want love, they want affection, they're very incredibly social creatures, yet they also need space and boundaries. So that's the same in our relationships. It's like, yes, we can be close, but we also need to give each other space to be able to rest, relax, recuperate. I think part of the hardest part was I had people that were constantly wanting my time, like constantly just on me. And I'm like, I need time to breathe and be me. So let there be closeness between you, but always give each other space. Love never claims, it simply allows and gives. So give yourself space, give your lover space, give your friends space, everyone. Everything. And honestly, when you give people space, you see what they want to do, not what you want them to do. And that is a very valuable lesson. A hard one, but a very valuable one. Love doesn't claim. Alright, let's see if there's anything else in here. Apparently there's just those two cards. Okay. We're going to set that aside for just a moment. And then we'll go back to the tarot for a moment. see what's on the bottom of the deck now. Let me check my messages really quick. Let my friends know when I'm in. Okay. Seven of the swords. I love how I said that like that. On the bottom again. So, let's see what else we need to know about the deceptions. A lot of people stab you in the back because they're jealous or they see something you have that they want. I had to think about that. I was told I was everything under the sun and called all these horrible things, but I'm like, people don't care about you unless you have something that they want. Thieves don't break into empty houses. So people that were coming at me really hard, I'm like, it's because I have things that they want. I was always willing to share, but not when you do it by force, not when you take it by force. Okay. So the Fool, being willing to go out on your own, start in a new adventure, go off in your own direction. Knight of Cups, we are ghosting people, and sometimes you have to ghost people. You do. We're going to go through a tower, so this is everything must go. The foundation is unstable. Think of Rapunzel in the tower. If you've been trapped in that tower your whole life, don't let it crumbling down terrify you. Three of Pentacles. We've been in that imbalanced financial situations. It is time to add. And then Nine of Pentacles. So very fertile, abundant. That's kind of Queen of Pentacles energy. So we're going from Three of Pentacles. After a tower, we go into Nine of Pentacles. So we're building that foundation from the ground up after having a loss. Don't let the loss scare you. Eight of Cups on the bottom there. So we've done all the work emotionally that we can. We've sown all those seeds. It's time to say, okay, I can't do anything more here. And that's part of the journey too, is realizing we can't keep doing this. So we have to do something new. Not holding on to the ways of how it used to be, but saying, you know what? It's time for a new adventure. Adventure is out there. Oh my gosh. Of course, the movie Up would come up. So Eight of Cups, I said it was on the bottom and then it came back out again. So Eight of Cups, we've done the emotional work. It is time to walk away, let go. This is the field upon where I've sown my fox, and it is time to walk away from it. Let those seeds grow. So the thing with seeds, when we're planting seeds for the future, they don't always grow right away. You have to plant them in the ground, you have to water them, you have to take care of them, and then you have to have the faith that they're going to grow. So when we've planted our seeds emotionally, it's, you know what, I need to go do something else while I wait for this to grow and percolate, and not be wrapped up in it. Be like, okay, I've done what I can do here. I'm going to go do something else with my life while I'm waiting for it. So imagine it, and I actually had this happen. Last year when I moved into my house, I had to have my yard redone, and we had to reseed, which was so upsetting because they tore up my yard hours before we were supposed to close, and create all kinds of problems. I had to financially, it was a mess. It was a nightmare. Anyway, so we reseeded, and it's okay, you have to seed, and then you have to water, and then you just have to wait. So it was I was seeding and I was watering, and then instead of sitting there and watching the seeds grow, it was okay, I'm going to go see a movie, and I'm going to go do other things while that's taking time to root and germinate and grow. And the last thing that we see is the product of the work. So just because you don't see growth right now, it's all happening underneath. Yeah. You just have to be willing to grow. You have to be willing to plant. You have to be willing to let seeds take root. Okay? All right. So, the Hermit, Virgo energy, very stable, very grounded. We are going on a trek within. Knight of Swords, we are swiftly cutting off anything. He's charging forward. He's like, you know what? Eagle eye vision, I'm out. And Queen of Swords, we sit in that embodiment of knowing that we have everything we want, need, desire. We have cut off anything that is not for us. Sitting in that beautiful Queen embodiment. And I love that. I love that for us. Okay. Going within though. You are the lighthouse. You carry the light within you. If you think about being the lighthouse, like, the lighthouse doesn't worry that the light isn't on. It just stands there solidly and knows that you have the light. It's a beautiful energy. Hermeticism. Hermit is hermeticism. It's that very grounded, stable. I can make the journey alone because I'm not scared. I have the light within me. I don't have to seek it elsewhere or outside. Okay. And then Ace of Wands, bringing in that spark, that creation, that passion. Sometimes this can be a new business offer. Sometimes it can be a union. So Ace of Wands, we're bringing in everything that we want, need, and desire. We have to cut out and let go of what does not serve us. The Lovers on the bottom, this is Gemini energy. It's soulmate energy. So air sign again. Queen of Swords is air signs, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. Lovers is Gemini. It's that duality. It's that balancing. The other that had to, this is in kind of weighing, all of the elements can't exist without air. Like, earth doesn't move without air. Fire doesn't move without air. You can't have fire without oxygen. Water is part air. So you see how, like, air is necessary in everything, and it's the logic of it. So for as much as the air signs get a hard time, it's like everyone needs us in order to have growth, movement, anything. Foundation. Ace of Pentacles. I love it. So Ace of Pentacles, we're building the financial egg. It's like from the divine. That hand is like, ah. And once we cut out the things that are not for us, the people, places, things that are not for us, the divine will drop in what we need, want, and desire. That's been a huge learning lesson for me because I was always like, oh, I want everybody to win. And now I've realized, I'm like, no, not everybody can sit at my table because they will destroy me because they can't be the one that prepared the meal. So learning that sometimes the divine, spirit, source, whatever, will not allow you to have your blessings until you have cleared out everything that needs to go. Six of Swords, we are moving to safety, logically, swiftly, through communication, through air, communicating what we want. We are moving to safety. Yeah? So that's a beautiful energy. Got a few cards there. Eight of Pentacles. Eight of Pentacles, we've done the financial work. We've planted the financial seeds. I feel like that's kind of the common theme. The Magician, we are alchemizing and using every element within our environment to bring forth what we want. The Magician is a beautiful energy. Because and the Magician can be called the Master Manifestor. It can be called the Master Manipulator. It can be the Magician. And what it does is it's literally using every element to your greatest advantageous situation. I know that was a mouthful. So anyway, using every element to tie in what you need, want, and desire. You have wands, you have pentacles, you have swords, you have water, and you have yourself. And it's infinity divinity. So forward and backwards, the karmic loop is always cycling. But if you use everything within your environment, you get the best outcome. 9 of Swords, this is releasing yourself. This is like, I can no longer do this mental imprisonment. It's higher enlightenment, saying, you know what, it's keeping me up at night. I'm super stressed out. It feels like everybody's got their sword at me. Done. Letting it go. And then you can manifest in the most beautiful life. Don't let other people's labels scare you. I had someone say to me, oh, you're a master manipulator. And I was like, wait, I took every horrible thing that you threw at me. I took all that dirt you threw on my name, and then I grew flowers. So you're mad that I took all my bad stuff and I made it into beauty? What? You should be studying me, not tearing me down. Because if your name had all that dirt thrown on it, you would have crumbled. So don't be mad I grew when you threw when you threw dirt on me. And honestly, when people knock you down, look up at the stars. Take a moment to breathe. If people want to take you down so bad and you're on the ground, you might as well just breathe and rest and look up at the stars until you're ready to get back up again and fight. That is part of it. I've gone through so many things that instead of people trying to put me through more things, like, why aren't you asking me how I made it? Why aren't you asking to work with me? Why aren't you asking the tools that you need? Because when it comes for you, because everything that was wished upon me returns back to them, right? Or if they wanted to steal from me so bad, they wanted to be me so bad, okay, you're going to learn how I became me. 8 of Pentacles, we've done the financial work. It's time to rest. It is time to rest. I've been really sick the last few days, and that's probably been part of the lesson for me, is resting, tapping in. Hierophant, we're tapping into that higher knowledge. We're tapping into the Pope-like energy. So Hierophant is having that connection to Source. It's Venus-based. It's it's more feminine. That's the irony, the duality and the irony of our world. Hierophant is feminine-based, but the Hierophant typically is a male, like it's the Pope. But it's that tapping into that material success and wealth. And 6 of Wands, we're having victory and triumph over those things that had held us back. Okay. Alright. 2 of Swords, we've been in a stalemate. We didn't know which way to turn. We had a blindfold over our eyes. The Wheel of Fortune, it is turning in our favor. And underneath that is Judgment. So Judgment has been called. And that's okay. And typically, as above, so below, it's called in spiritual realms before it's called in physical realms. We bring it into our consciousness about what's going on and what we need before we actually enact on it. So, yeah, as above, so below. We think about it before we do it, hopefully. So Judgment has been called on people, places, things that have been stealing you of your happiness. In your own life, mentally, you've called Judgment, but if there's been enough going on around you, then Judgment's probably been called by legal, physical as well. So the Fool, again, just being like, you know what, this isn't fame for me. I'm moving on into my own direction. And Judgment. You called Judgment. Like for me, calling Judgment and taking the Fool's path was like, I saw what they were doing, and they'd been doing it since the beginning of time. Like, the playbook was old. And I had to think about this today because I was like, I would rather take off in a new direction and try and, like, I know everybody likes to say, oh, the devil you know. No, I know how that devil plays, and it ain't working for me. So I had to be willing to pivot and go a new direction to try and find new life force. And the irony, the innovators, the waymakers, they have to say, I don't care what you feel about this. The old way doesn't work for me. It is time now to step out in a new direction. And calling judgment on the old patterns, the old ways, because they no longer work for you. And that's a beautiful energy too. Okay. Knight of Swords popping back out again to say, rush forward, use your sword of discernment, use your logic to cut through anything that does not work for you. This is another thing. When things are really hard and it's like, I need to make decisions, it literally starts becoming like snap decisions, like yes or no. Like, I can't overthink it. Like, I do overthink a lot of things, but it's like when everything's coming so fast, you have to use that rushing forward, like yes or no. You can't think too hard about it, and you can't get stuck up on it. You have to just make the best decision you can in that moment and say no more. 5 of Pentacles, you've been left out in the cold. Everybody was inside having a good time, walking past you, enjoying the warmth, and left you out in the cold. So you have to be decisive, and you have to say no. I saw how you treated me when I was down at my worst. So no, you don't get to come sit with me when I'm at my best. The Chariot, this is Cancerian energy. We are rushing forward. We are balanced. We have the light and the dark. We're emotionally steady and just rushing forward to what we want, need, and desire. Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups, we're bringing in that emotional offer of wish fulfillment. Ace of Cups is, I have love, and my cup floweth over, and I love that for us. Okay, the Star, I'll try covering her wobbly bits. So the Star, Aquarius energy, this is the water bearer. We are in the age of Aquarius. Age of Aquarius is air sign. It's the water bearer because it carries water. Think of clouds, precipitation. It comes from the sky. Aquarius is that. And Aquarius is that humanitarian energy. Like, it's constantly asking what is the best for the overall collective. Whether they believe it, feel it, realize it or not. The Aquarians in the group are meant to be like, they are for the highest good of all. And that's why being in the Aquarius energy, the Aquarius age, information is rampant. It comes through the skies. Think of internet. It's through the airwaves. So age of Aquarius, all of the information is widely disseminated. That's why we're seeing things more now, because it's readily available. Everybody has a cell phone. Everybody has the internet to be able to share information. And that is what Aquarius is about. It's technologically evolving, sharing information, and progressing humanity. Now, Page of Pentacles, we have to build our finances. We have to let go of those outdated mindsets around financials. Myself included. I was talking to someone, and it's like, so to go back to, universe won't allow you to have blessings come in if there's people around you that would steal your blessings. It's also, universe won't allow you like a huge payout if you wouldn't be able to manage it appropriately. You have to know, like, if you had a bunch of money, what would you do with it? How would you assist humanity? Like, I was talking to somebody yesterday, and they're like, oh, I just want this. And I was like, no, I need a big bankroll because I've got a lot of work to do. I've got a lot of people to help. Like, large amounts of money are needed right now so that I can actually help bring further to more people, such as sound, such as spiritual help and healing. So he's like, I just want a little bit. And I'm like, no, man, I'm out to change the world. But again, universe won't give you a Powerball if you would just piss it away in a week on stupid shit. So, hey, let go, my little love. Abel, my little love. This is not for you, sir. Thank you. Okay. Wrestling with a cat for tarot cards. He loves the strings on the bags, which is sometimes. Hey, sir. I love you. Can we not? Okay, so this is the Chosen Ones, 144. This is Maji, the High Priestess. This is her deck. She was one of the first readers I started listening to eons ago. She's adorable. I love her. I think when I met her, she started speaking to my soul when I first started, and it really helped me in dark times. I think that was the thing with tarot, is it helped me in dark times, like, see the bigger picture, just like spirituality. When you start opening your spiritual parameters, you start seeing it's so much bigger than just what you're dealing with here. So let's see what information. Chill. Hidden secrets. Yeah. Tarot and spirituality allowed me to see hidden secrets that the people in my life weren't giving me answers to until I could sharpen my intuition to be able to discern. Yeah, Mabel. Yeah, you can play with that. Alright. Even though there were hidden secrets, you will regret messing with the Chosen One. That is a true statement. There's a lot of practitioners that should have known better than to mess with certain people, because not everyone can be messed with. Y'all need to learn that. I guess not to sow into a ministry, it's to sow into my ministry, I guess. Trauma. These people wanted to keep us stuck due to trauma. Twin flame mission, which that's something, if you ever want to know about twin flame, that's something we can talk about. Rebirth. Yeah. You have to go through a rebirth. Your twin has to go through a rebirth. It's very fucking painful. Very fucking painful. And that's all a part of the mission, and that's what we sign up for. And we sign up for this mission we do here on Earth. We agree to it, which no one wants to hear or talk about, but that's something we can talk about. Yeah. Shaman. All of these tasks and tests help you tap into your gifts. You need to sage your space, cleanse your space. If you need to talk about cleansing, we can talk about cleansing. There's a million ways. I have a million tricks. I love to help. And these are all things I had to learn on my own. So when you're on certain missions, like certain missions or extra credit missions, I've always been that person that signs up for extra credit shit. I always take on the really hard jobs. That doesn't just apply in life when I'm working. That also applies in my soul mission too. I've been talking to God about it. We've been having lots of discussions about why would I do this to myself. But then I realized I've always done the hard jobs that no one else wants to or can do. So even twin flame mission, which is a buzzword, but it's not. Like, there's truth to the twin flame mission, and like I say, that's something I can always talk about in great deal. and it is a really hard mission, but we choose those extra credit missions, some of us, because we know that no one else can do it, or no one else will do it. So we say, like, oh, I guess it's me. I volunteer as tribute. Don't do it. But if you're already here, it's too late. You've already signed up, so let's go. Let's learn and grow together so that we can all get home, because that is ultimately the goal. We're all supposed to get home safely. Okay. Shaman. So shaman, this is someone who walks between realms, and I'm going to talk about that in a minute too. DNA upgrade. As we're going through our missions, as we're learning, we are having DNA upgrades, and the third eye is awakening. So as we go through DNA upgrades, that's our pineal gland opening. That's our third eye awakening. We're doing DNA upgrades, cellular upgrades. So when you're going through ascension symptoms, it's kind of like you feel sick, but you're not actually sick. Like you don't have anything. You can go to the doctor and you don't have actually anything wrong with you. So ascension symptoms, it's like you may feel more sleepy, you may feel more thirsty, you may feel more hungry, you may feel less hungry. It's intuitively listening to your body and being gentle and giving your body what you need. If you're feeling exhausted, don't fucking push yourself. You're going through a lot. Anyway, so shaman, this is someone who kind of adapts all around. So like how I realized I was a shaman, because while I have a fascination with so many different practices, and I pick up in that moment what practice I need, I wasn't actually birthed or raised into any particular practice. It was like we are meant to be kind of the healer of the ages. It's like we connect with various subsets, with various light and shadow practices, and that's the thing with a shaman also, is that we tap into both the light and the dark side, because shamans walk within the spiritual realm. And a shaman will tell you, and this is very fucking true, mental illness isn't actually mental illness, and it's not demonic possession. That's like your superpower. So it's leaning into, like, the shaman will tell you that bipolar is not a mental illness. That's like your superpower. That's your ability to straddle both lines of the world. Depression, that's not a weakness. That's like being in touch with your shadow. So it's embracing what we've considered as wrong within us or within society, and realizing no, that's like you have a connection to source, you have a connection to the spiritual realm, you have a connection to the divine, and it's not meant to be shunned. Anyway, ties to Atlantis, which is becoming more and more true the more and more we realize that we are connected to ancient civilizations. We are not apart from them. It is all one. It is all interconnected. And the sooner you can tap into your roots and where you came from and let go of what we've been conditioned to believe, the easier it'll be. I think that's the other part about this burnout culture. It's like you have to be productive, you have to work hard. No, you need to rest, you need to take care of yourself, you need to integrate. And when you're strong enough, when you've rested enough, then you can get up and work. Okay? All right. Do not worry about the enemies sending you psychic attacks. Oh, I love how it just popped right like that. Angels are protecting you. God damn. Okay. Do not worry about your hidden enemies and their psychic attacks, because angels are protecting you. They're all around you. You must seriously open and ask. So your third eye is awakening. And I love that. I love that. I love how universe just popped all that out right in a row. Milo, be nice. Lucid dreams. If you're feeling sleepier, it's probably because you're lucid dreaming. And don't worry about your sleep realm either. Angels are protecting you. If you're having nightmares, that is something that we can talk about. I can help you tap into how best to protect your space in little tiny ways that make big differences. You are from royalty. That's also why they attack you so hard. If you're spiritual royalty, that means your psychic attacks are off the freaking chain. Because they want to make you stop. They want to end your goal. Because if you are spiritual royalty and you actually accomplish your mission, that's a bad thing for the dark side. Except that's what's necessary. We are in the times where we need to be awakening our gifts. Divine protection and intervention. You are divinely protected. Again, going through a DNA upgrade. Spend time alone, hermit. Sometimes you have to tune out the voices around you to be able to figure out what you need. And you may have Lemurian blood. So you may have Atlantis blood, or you may have Lemurian blood, or you may have both. We are all a little mixing, melting pot of everything. So that is beautiful. Atlantis popped out again. Okay. And Lemurian blood on the bottom, so yeah. Okay. Divine protection and intervention. You are so divinely protected and loved, it's not even funny. Hey, you were feeling froggy and you're gonna leap apparently. And why though? You have natural Reiki powers. If you're in my collective, you probably do have natural Reiki powers. That's, if you work in the medical field or have worked in the medical field, yes, you have natural Reiki powers. I know that now, looking back, I go, oh, that's why my arms, my hands got attacked, because I do have natural Reiki powers. I have very healing hands. And I had broken 2 bones 2 years in a row, and that was meant to stop my progress. That was meant to break my spirit. And yet, when I realize now that that's why they attacked that so hard, that's one of my powers is my hands. And that's with Reiki powers. So if your hands are under attack, it may be because you have naturally healing hands. Stop whining, please. Stop whining, please. That also goes back to, they wouldn't attack you really hard if you weren't of value or you weren't worthy of something. Thieves don't break into empty homes. So if you feel like you're under heavy attack, that's because you're actually worth something. We're all worth something, but in the spiritual realm, if you're under a lot of heavy attack, that's because you have a big mission. And that's coming from a girl, speaking from experience, let's just put it that way. They all told me I wasn't anything, and, you know, they devalued me, but now I look at it and go, no, you wouldn't have attacked me if I really didn't have value. If I really was part of the dark side, that's the other part. If I was really part of the dark side, my life would look a lot different. I really would be living like the rest of them. Playfulness, laughter is the best therapy. Have some fun together, and remember, love is the greatest healer. Okay, it's time to play. It's time to get silly. It's time to clap your hands. It's time to dance. It's time to sing. Have fun by yourself. Have fun with who you're around. Playfulness. Laughter is the best therapy. Have some fun together, and remember, love is the greatest healer. Transformation. Your relationship with one another is about to deepen. Love conquers and transforms all things. Okay. Transformation. Your relationship with one another is about to deepen. Love conquers and transforms all things. All right. You coming up, Chesmosa? I know. There's so many eyes on you. Where's the other one? I guess she'll let you pass today. Come on. Sacred union. Honor and treasure your relationship, for it is truly sacred. Sacred union. Honor and treasure your relationship, for it is truly sacred. Yes, some relationships are sacred, just like twin flame unions, they're sacred. While people will try to interfere, they truly can't, because that is divinely orchestrated. What is meant for you will not pass you by. It may get delayed, but it will not pass you by, if it is truly meant. Deep in your heart, you already know the answer. Do what feels right. Deep in your heart, you already know the answer. Do what feels right. Okay. Oh, okay. Too many. Okay. We'll go with these two. Freedom. There's nothing stopping you. The path is clear if you want it to be. Freedom. There's nothing stopping you. The path is clear if you want it to be. And wait. Don't rush into it. Allow nature to take its course. So, let's say we're walking along the path. We know it's clear, but take your time. Don't rush. Because it's like, we know we're going to get there. We know we're going to have a happy outcome. Stop. Smell the flowers. Enjoy. Take a cool breath of water. Sit under the shade. You know the path is clear, so take your time and enjoy it. There is no rush. Okay. And then let there be closeness between you, but always give each other space. Love never claims, it simply allows and gives. Yeah. Love is not possessive. It allows you to be who you truly want and need to be. And anyone that is possessive or obsessive, that's not love. That's control. And control is not love. Ever. People that want to control you, it's because they don't love themselves. And why would you want someone that wants to control you love you? There's a difference between protective and control. There's a difference between protective and possessive. You have to find the line. And only you can do that. I can't do that for you. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Badger. Alright, let's change decks. I was having some weird lucid dreaming this morning, so. And like I said, I was up way too freaking early this morning. And that's okay. But okay. Let's see. Let's get some letters here. I like to get letters. Let's see if there's any synchronicities that apply for us. Okay. We got LENDQUN N and C. So Lund, Kun, Lund, None, Lude. I was going to say lewd. Okay. Let's see if there's any other letters. SNIRT. You got sin, tin, snit. Eat a few more chips. Take a drinky drink. If you're in, tell me what part of the world you come from, if you are so brave. Oh, hello. Bobby Lowe's brave enough to join. She is a Japanese bobtail cat. So, yeah. Which the first time ever, I thought somebody had like done something to her tail. No, apparently that's like a type of cat. I didn't know too much about kitties, although I have a bunch, but I didn't know too much about kitties. That was kind of the cool thing about moving into my house, is I got to adopt feline friends without getting crap from other people. And each of the kitties are guardians, like they each have a human that they're attached to. Kitties are guardians of the spiritual realm. And that's why they do cat naps, because they kind of have one foot in the spiritual realm and one foot in the human realm. So, kitties are amazing guardians. They see things we don't see, which I love. Sometimes when you see a cat like go off into space and they start seeing something, you're like, what is in my house right now? For me, I live on incredibly haunted land, so the cats will all of a sudden like go somewhere, and I'm like, what is in my house now? Like, what do I need to be aware of? And yet they are protectors, so. And supposedly when your kitty is meowing in the middle of the night, it's because there's an angel present, and not just them, and not just them wanting food. Although maybe it is. Maybe that's a message of needing to feed our ancestors when they're meowing at us at 3 a.m. But folklore is that if a cat is meowing in the middle of the night, it's because there's an angel present and they're wanting to let you know. So make a wish when you hear kitties meowing in the middle of the night, or feed them. That's their wish. They want to be fed, which is a good indicator too. One of my kitties is being sassy, but that's because I let him in my room, which I don't do. I don't let my my kitties. I don't let any of my animals in my room. I don't let anybody in my room hardly ever. It's like a special treat if I let people in my room. But I let him in my room today, and now he's feeling like he's the cock of the walk and the king of the world because he got into my room. I allowed him in. So he's been kind of bullying everybody else. But I guess that's what happens when I let him in. He feels like he had special treatment, and he did. So, okay. All right, Queen. I guess that's a message that I get to eat more chips and drink my drink for a minute before I pick up my next deck. Don't bite, Pill. Don't bite. Don't bite the hand that feeds you. You just want me to pet you gently. Okay. Are you just mad because you didn't get in my room today and you wanted to? We're gonna pull out. There's 4 different decks. Okay, which one do I want to start with? We're gonna hop into some Oracle decks. I'll just open these out real quick, I guess. Okay. Now I have your fur all over me, body. Arg. Arg. I love you, girl, but your fur is in my nose now. Okay. Yeah, girl. Okay. Let's see. Who knows? Okay, so I'm just gonna start throwing some cards around in a minute. Alright. So we're gonna start with the Roast Iconic Oracle deck just to get her going. See what else we need. Ouch! That was a claw in my toe on accident. Okay. Maybe while I wanted this deck, it did not want me right now. I'll just put that down for a minute. Okay. Sometimes that happens. We'll do messages of cosmic oracle cards. Let's see what we need here. If anything. Okay. Do something kind for someone without any expectation. Do something kind for someone without any expectation. That is beautiful advice. All right. There's a difference between kind and nice. Like when people say, oh, I'm a nice person, it's because you're expecting something. Doing something kind is like, I don't know. When you tell someone the truth, that's kind. Nice is like people pleasing and fake. So nice is like you want something in return. Kind is like you do it just because. Let's see if there's anything else out of this deck that wants to come out. You could use some self-care time, like now. Schedule it in. Okay. Remember to take care of you. If you do something kind for yourself. Do self-care. Take a nice bubble bath. Take a walk. Go sit in the sun. These are all things I may think about doing, except for the bubble bath, because I don't do that here. But I can't wait till the day I get to sit in the bubble bath again. It's been a minute. It's been a long minute. If things weren't so awful with my ex and his family, I would ask if I could go sit in his bubble bath. I miss it. I miss bubble baths. Anyway, do something kind for yourself. No one said this whole life thing was a race. It's okay to slow down. It's okay to slow down. It's okay to breathe, rest, drink water, meditate, relax. You don't have to rush. We talked about that a little bit ago. A little bit of faith goes a long way. Remember that. I love that. It's the faith of a mustard seed. All it takes is one little grain of faith to be able to carry you through. Tiny but mighty. You don't have to have great amounts of faith, just a little bit. What has your inner voice been asking you for? Listen and act. What has been calling you? Stop, breathe, listen for a minute, and see what has been calling you. Okay? It might be a nap day. Hey, Light Seeker. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad, man. How are you? You must forgive if you want to be free. Do it for yourself. And what has your inner voice been asking to you? Listen and act. How are you, my love? I haven't seen you in a while. I hope you're doing well. Life has been crazy here. I don't know about for you. I got really sick over the weekend. I wasn't feeling spectacular Saturday night when I logged out, and I got really, really, really fucking sick, which is no bueno. So I've been trying to rest and take care of myself since then. So let's see what other messages want to come out of this. This is the messages of cosmic oracle cards. We're pulling a few from here, and then we may end up switching decks. It's probably about time to switch decks. Is it too loud, the background noise? Because I may have to close the door, which apparently someone's not happy about that, but if it's too loud outside, let me know. We'll close the door. It will anger the house cats, but clear your mental and physical clutter. You will feel so much better. This is definitely a message for me. It's time to do a clean in the house and move things around. So clear your mental and physical clutter. You will feel so much better. That's a message for me. That's also why I'm doing an earlier read today, is because after I get off of this, I'm going to let my phone charge, I'm gonna let myself recharge, and it's time to clean through my house and kind of move things around and re-update, which I don't love cleaning, but it is necessary, and I need to rearrange a little. So stop pushing against what is, align with it, and move on. Stop pushing against what is, align with it, and move on. And remember that it's okay to be happy. Really, it is. It is okay to be happy. Please embrace the happy as often, as much as you can. Even if it's just for a minute. You could use some self-care time, like now. Schedule it in. Take care of you, because no one else will. And then, do your thoughts need a reboot? Focus on the good in your life. It's time to look at What is that positive thing that you can find right now? Right here, right now. Open your heart, not just a little, all the way, and let the love flow in. That's a beautiful message. Okay. All right. Well, apparently today's about self-care. This whole week's kind of been about self-care. And then reorganizing, opening everything up. Like, it's time to open the doors, let the sun shine in, let the air in, clear anything out that is not working for your highest good. Open your heart, not just a little, all the way, and let the love flow in. I know it just popped out, but... And then look around and find some signs. The universe is speaking to you. The universe is speaking. Are you listening? Are you listening? She wants to have a full freaking conversation. Look around and find some signs. The universe is speaking to you. So today, while I was out doing my walk, I've been noticing this. Yet, and I took a picture of it yesterday. I've been noticing it for a minute, but I took a picture yesterday of a nest up in the trees. And then I started noticing how many other nests are up in my trees. So the universe is talking, like, there's life all around us, even if it's not life we expect. These, for me, they're carrion birds, like they're vultures. But I'm like, no, I love vultures because they help clean up. They help clean up. And I love birds of all nature, like crows and ravens are my favorites. That was my grandmother, was the crow. So, the universe is speaking. So today I was looking around, I was like, there is new life all around me. Okay, empath. We are empaths, and there are people around us who have been a bitch. It is time to stop listening to them. Stop letting them get the better of you. They want to say you're wearing a tinfoil hat because you can catch them in their lie, and that's not true. They're lying. You are an empath. You can feel it. They are a vampire. They are trying to siphon your energy. That is not a symbiotic, copacetic relationship. You have to take care of you. Take care of your self-care. Do not let people drain your life force because they're miserable. See you next Tuesdays. Anywho. Yeah. Let's see. And Fashion Witch. You're beautiful. You're passionate. You're fashion. Don't let people steal your shine. You know who you are. Boy or girl, you're a fashion witch. Let's see if there's any other cards in here. I think this one maybe. Trauma Bond. Okay. So Trauma Bond, we're gonna switch decks. Probably not gonna be in too much longer for right now because I gotta, like I say, I do have to clean up. I do have to reorganize. I have to do my own self-care. And today's self-care is cleaning up my space and trying to knock out some of this junk. Like I say, I was really sick this weekend. Really freaking sick. Which wasn't coincidental. I had a lot of work being done on me this weekend from outside forces. So now it's time to revitalize my space and kind of clear out any negative and stuck stagnant energy with my own space. So that is what I was called to do. Like yesterday I was told, okay, you need to do this. Well, today I woke up early ready to vibe and stream, and I did all that so that I could do a midday deep clean. Which may that mean that may not be my only energy drink for the day. That may be my first energy drink for the day. Especially if I come in later to stream. So we'll see. We'll see. Okay. Let's see what else we got going on here. Nothing of importance. Cool. Okay. So, discernment. discernment. We're going to hop into the Sacred Geometry Activations Oracle. I love this deck. It's a gorgeous deck. So discernment. The frequency of discernment supports our ability to view the world and the people around us from a place of inner balance and detachment, yet with compassion and wisdom. So discernment says, you know what, I see you, but I'm also not going to buy into your vibe. I'm not going to buy into what you're trying to sell me. So discernment is using that detachment. Discernment is learning the lesson before it's done because you can see what you need to see. That was something the other day. Hey, Abel, get off my table. Abel. Thank you. I wish Abel would use discernment about my displeasure for him being in places he's not supposed to be. Okay, 32, which is Merkaba, which is 5. The frequency of Merkaba supports our ability to use our consciousness to traverse into other layers of reality and dimension. It activates our access to our Akashic inheritance as well, merging the totality of our experiences into our present to serve our highest purpose. So Merkaba is a vehicle. It's a ship. It's our own ship, but it helps us traverse the multi-dimensions. It helps us traverse our own life. So Merkaba is number 5 because it's 32, which equals up to 5. So how are we changing direction? How are we tapping into that higher knowledge that we need? Okay, let's see. Let us see. That is another deep dive I'm going to talk about really quick. We live a lot of different lives. Hiya, how are you? We live a lot of different lives, and the life where you tap into the knowledge of like how to get to your best life, that's like the life, if that makes sense. Probably didn't. How are you? I see you're new here. I'm Lara Jo, SirenSong lover. Intuitive. I do tarot readings. I do oracle readings. I do Reiki, sound therapy, PTSD, inner child healing, womb healing. I do a little bit of everything. Sometimes you'll come in and I'll be drumming, or I'll be ringing the sound bowl. Divine Masculine, number 22, which equals up to 4. That's a foundation. 4 is foundation. So 22, Divine Masculine. The frequency of Divine Masculine supports our strong, focused, and active side, allowing it to express itself while helping us to bring our dreams and ideas into form with kindness and wisdom. So tapping into the Divine Masculine, okay? We each have masculine and feminine, and when we tap into our higher integrated self, we have both sides on board. Not one is wounded and the other one's healed. It's both. So the frequency, and that's what gives us that structure, that drive, that power, is the Divine Masculine within us. The frequency of Divine Masculine supports our strong, focused, and active side, allowing it to express itself while helping us to bring our dreams and ideas into form with kindness and wisdom. Love that for us. Okay. Beautiful card. And then Divine Feminine. And I love that too. Actually, I just thought of something. Okay, Divine Feminine, which is 21, which is 3. And when I think of the number 3, it's like the Trinity, the Mother, the Maiden, and the Crone, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost. It's like each of us, we have to integrate the Trinity to be able to be embodying wholeness within ourselves. So the frequency of Divine Feminine supports our receptive, nurturing, and soft side, allowing it to express itself openly and helping us to connect to our intrinsic understanding of our connection to all of creation. I love that. Okay. I love that those cards were right next to each other. So divine masculine, divine feminine. The frequency of divine feminine supports our receptive, nurturing, and soft side, allowing it to express openly and helping us connect to our intrinsic understanding of our connection to all of creation. Okay. So counterparts. I love that we had counterparts right next to each other. That's saying we are balancing both to bring in the higher unions within ourselves. We're balancing the nurturing and we're balancing the driving, the providing, the leadership. So you must have both in order to have your creation take shape. Alright, well, I am Larry Jo, SirenSong lover. Just doing some card pulls right now, bringing forth any intuitive or spiritual wisdom that may be needed. I talk a lot about life and love and the spiritual journey and everything. So soul time, which is number 40 and number 4. I love the colors. I love the shapes on the card. This is a gorgeous card. So 40 and 4 being, again, foundation. The frequency of soul time asks us to allow the possibility of a new reality to emerge. One that embraces the concept that while the corporal body is mortal, the soul is timeless, limitless, and infinite. Okay. Let's read that again. Soul time. The frequency of soul time asks us to allow the possibility of a new reality to emerge. One that embraces the concept that while the corporal body is mortal, our physical body is mortal, the soul is timeless, limitless, and infinite. So, Sadhguru talked about, he said, you can do a meditation when you're falling asleep, say, I am not my mind, I am not my body. And what that's saying is that I am not what my thoughts are. I am not what my body is. I am a limitless being. I am a soul having a human experience. I'm a soul having a physical body experience. But I am not defined by that. My soul is eternal. It knows the highest good. It knows how to get us there. Our mind and our body are what hold us in the paradigms of being frail. Cosmic flower number 18, which is 9. 9 is the completion of cycles. 9 is like we've brought everything to manifestation. So the cosmic flower, and drop that. The cosmic flower, the frequency of cosmic flower activates our remembrance of the place we call home. Okay, so we're calling home. ET phone home. The core from which we pour our magnificence out into the world. Okay, I'm going to read that again. The cosmic flower, which again is 18, which is 9. The frequency of cosmic flower activates our remembrance of the place we call home. The core from which we pour our magnificence out into the world. So when we start tapping into home, we can start showing people who we are. So when you start saying, I am home, I am safe, you can start sharing that with the world. All right, let's see if there's any other cards in here that need or want to come out. Sacral chakra. The frequency of the sacral chakra, the orange flower of life, supports our ability to flow with our desires and stimulates our creative power to manifest success and abundance in our lives. Okay. Sacral chakra. So this is like our sexuality. This is our patterning. This is where we get our familial patterns, our shame, our guilt. Sacral chakra. The frequency of the sacral chakra, the orange flower of life, supports our ability to flow with our desires and stimulates our creative power to manifest success and abundance in our lives. Once we start healing our sacral chakra, we start releasing our generational trauma. Prosperity, number 36, which is 9. Prosperity. The frequency of prosperity supports our feeling of well-being by allowing the inclusion of everything that makes our mind, body, heart, soul, and spirit sing. It invites us to express ourselves in joy and celebration of the abundance and riches that the universe provides. Prosperity, number 36, which is 9. The frequency of prosperity supports our feeling of well-being by allowing the inclusion of everything that makes our body, mind, heart, soul, and spirit sing. It invites us to express ourselves in joy and celebration of the abundance and riches that the universe provides. Okay, so if you're caught in a rainstorm that the universe provided and you were super stressed out, let that rain wash away your worries. Or dance and sing, splash in the mud. And I know, like, oh, I don't have time, or it's messy, or it's dirty. But it's like, when life surprises you, find the joy in it. Even if it's a minute. I used to have, okay, little side rant. 12, and that's number 3, which is change. Trinity. The frequency of change supports our ability to gracefully dance with the forever changing nature of reality. The synchronicities, right? Both inward and outward, so that we can appreciate the sweet release of the old and the birth of the new. Okay. Change. Number 12, which is 3. The frequency of change supports our ability to gracefully dance with the forever changing nature of reality, both inward and outward, so that we can appreciate the sweet release of the old and the birth of the new. It's okay to let go. It is okay to let go. I don't know what I was going to talk about before that, and that's okay. I love that. Anyway. Alright, I'm going to change stacks. It might be a beautiful day for a nap today. Which I've been, the energy's been heavy and chaotic and stressful. I've been really sick the last few days, probably because I don't rest enough. I don't take good enough care of myself, like resting enough. Well, that's awfully brazen. I know, Alcatraz, you want to go out and eat that squirrel, I would too. If I were you. You could take it. All those squirrels are pretty mean, kiddo. Okay. Let's do the last few sets of cards, and then we'll be Audi 5000 for a little bit. So I can nap or do house cleaning or whatever needed. Okay, someone is not happy that you are happily single, doing you, dating, stress-free, setting goals, career focused. That's too bad. That's too bad for them. Alright, let's see what else. Oh, someone's running from their feelings, except for you can't outrun yourself. Like that was, I have men that are runners, like they want to run. But it's like you can't outrun your own shadow. Like your bad behavior follows you everywhere because it's your shadow. You're running from yourself. There's a firestorm, karma, drama, endings, loss, mental breakdown. You cannot run from your own shadow because everywhere it goes, you are. You can be driving 90 down the freeway recklessly, but you can't outrun yourself and your poor decisions. Stop running. Sweet talk will get you nowhere. That's unfortunate for them. Alright, let's see. What else? Twin flames. And Queen Bee. Secure, confident, boss bitch, career focused. You're focusing on you. And that's the most important thing to do when you're healing. Like, if you're the Queen Bee, you're probably like me. You probably put everybody else first. You probably took care of everyone before you. Well, your lesson was to not take care of people that want to run away. They will always be faster than you. So don't do it. You have to get fed up in order to say no more. And then they love to hate you, but they can't date you because they're running. That was the thing. People want to run away, but they're not happy that I'm single. But it's like, dude, you're the one that's running away from me as fast as you can. If you don't want me to be with anybody else, or you don't want me to, like, you want to be with me, you don't want me to be single, you can't run away from me. I can't run after you because you're always going to be faster. So I learned we do not chase, we attract. So as the Queen Bee, we just sit and are happily single, taking care of us, focusing on our bag, being happy. Anybody that wants to run, they can run, because I don't chase dogs. I don't chase people. Okay. Firestorm. And then I'm going to hop out. We're going to finish this thought process, and then I'm going to hop out. Firestorm. Karma, drama, endings, loss, mental breakdown, spiritual, chaos, ego death, downward spiral, spiritual awakening. I would eat that squirrel because it's taunting you. What a thug and trap. So, the person that's running, it's catching up to them. And let it. They need to sit in their own drama, their own karma for a hot minute until they figure it out. You can't. We're all grown folk here. You can't be chasing after people. And under pressure, anxiety, decisions, time's running out. All right, my friends. I am Lara Jo, SirenSong Lover. Should you wish to book a service, that can be done through SirenSongLover.in. If you can please donate to my ministry, please consider. This is how I make money. This is how I can come to share my spiritual knowledge. This is how I can afford tools. This is how I can afford to keep the lights on. So please, I need help right now. If you can donate, Cash App, Siren, capital S, Song, capital S, Lover, capital L. So SirenSong Lover, like on the screen. And again, it's capital S and Siren, capital S and Song, capital L and Lover. I am Lara Jo, SirenSong Lover. I say, if you can help, please do. Should you like my vibe, please hit the button, hit subscribe, get notified when I come on. And I'll be back later, so I'll catch you then. Bye, guys.